In this video, I want to give you a sense of what it was like to attend a Baltimore Colts game in the mid-70s, this game being in 1977 between the Baltimore Colts and the Detroit Lions. The Colts were going to lose this game for their third straight loss going into December of that year, and it was questionable whether they would win the division or not. They eventually did, but that's not the essence of this video. The essence is to give you a sense of what it was like to attend a Baltimore Colts game in the mid-70s Burt Jones era, sack pack era of the Baltimore Colts.
I think they've been criticized pretty well here in Baltimore this week, and I know what I feel that they are predictable in their first and second down situations, and that I think they're going to have to, I feel that they're going to have to change their thinking on first and second downs, because the defense is sitting back there waiting for them to do what they have predicted they are going to do. And therefore I think that if they're going to win the next two ball games, which are must football games for them, Tim, as we mentioned, they're going to have to change their thinking on the first and second down situations.
One of the things that has been hurting the Colts offensively has been the injury to Roger Carr. He's been bothered with a bad knee all season long. He will be in the lineup again today, but he will not start. Fred Scott will start there. Carr has played in only 7 games, and he admits that he simply cannot run full out with the kind of speed that presented the bomb situations. This telecast presented by authority of the National Football League, intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of the telecast without the express written consent of the Baltimore Colts and the National Football League is prohibited. Baltimore, we are scoreless in the first quarter with 2:33 remaining to play in this first period. This Wednesday, Sean Connery stars in a role that might even top his performances as James Bond. Be sure to see him in The Next Man, a television premiere on the CBS Wednesday night movie. And for the Detroit Lions, and we are at the end of the first quarter with no score. I'm looking at that clock over there, 2:37 remaining. That's the wrong time. Yeah, right. I see that now. It's not official time. Yeah, right.
Ten seconds, stand by.
Tim Ryan and Johnny Unitas here at Memorial Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The first game that Johnny Unitas...
He's got plenty of time. Well, they're leading the league in the pass receptions. I expect so. He's gotten so used to doing that all year long, he's forgotten about deep people. Timing could possibly be off because he really hasn't thrown to them that much. I don't know what they do in practice. I've never seen it.
10 seconds, stand by.
Yeah, I think the only thing is we got to think about drama for the trauma.
Stand by.
.157 remaining in the first half, and the Baltimore Colts, trying to get on the scoreboard, have a field goal opportunity. Meanwhile, they're watching another score very closely. New England continues to lead Miami 14-3. They are just starting the fourth period in New England. So up at Foxborough, the Patriots jumped into an early 14-0 lead, but have not done much since then. However, Miami... 1:54 remaining, and let's look ahead to next week. Here on CBS, our regional games will have the Bears and the Giants, a big one for Chicago. Well, you can hear the reaction of the crowd here. They are on their Baltimore Colts, who have lost 2 games in a row. They are 9-3, but their playoff chances depend not just on themselves, but on some other teams. And the big one is going on in New England this afternoon, where the Dolphins have battled back to make it 14-10, with New England still on top at our last report. And the Colts cheering for a Patriots victory there. For the Detroit Lions, another display of tenacity and true grit, I guess you could say. They are 5-7. They're just playing out their season.
Seconds. Stand by.
And so they got the help they needed. Now, John, what do they have to do themselves?
Tim, if that doesn't do it for them right there, I don't know if anything else will. They've got the big game now. New England's the game is over up there, and they need to have this ball game, and then it's going to boil down to the show. There, Tim. I thought he should have caught that ball, maybe try to advance it, or at least fair catch it. But I guess it was inside the 10-yard line. They like to tell him to just let the ball go. Hopefully it'll take a good bounce.
That was Marv Hubbard carrying it up behind right guard, picking up about 3 on. He nearly made that one too with a bad hold. You know, he nearly got that mother in there. He kicked it better than I thought he would. Well, there is ample time.
Oh yes.
I tell you, these guys don't quit though. They hung right in that Green Bay game last week. They were right in it to the final play.
Stand by.
Eddie Payton. We're standing by.
And Fulton.
That Baltimore Colt ought to have some ballet warm-up socks on or something today. It's pretty cold out there, even for horses.
They sure are not playing well. Huh? Is you cold, honey?
Seconds. Stand by.
Tim Ryan and Johnny Unitas here in Baltimore, where it is 2nd down, 8 to go for Detroit. They have the ball at the 38-yard line of the Colts. What in the Lord's name were they thinking on that one?
I don't know.
Well, I got to say they weren't conservative for
No,
a change.
no.
He replaced
They
by
tried to
Bob
sneak.
Van Dyne, number 67, and an injury to Kuntz would be critical. He is the main man up front offensively.
And I can't think of a better way to end the video than with Baltimore's finest arresting some drunk that apparently wanted to get a little too close to the Baltimore Colts' very attractive cheerleaders.